I've heard a lot of people say that Easter and Christmas are pagan. That's true. Those dates are pagan, very much so. Um, and I've spoken to people about we shouldn't celebrate Easter because they're actually celebrating Easter before Jesus was even born. And in the Bible, why would it talk about waiting to arrest Peter, waiting to, kill him after Easter? Why would they be celebrating Easter if it had something to do with Jesus? Why would those Jews be celebrating Easter if it had something to do with Jesus? What it really was, it seems as though Jesus had his Passover feast during the night, the time of the Passover, which is one day, and then the 7 days after that is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And it seems as though that the Passover started on the 14th day of April or whatever month it is, but it was always on the same date every single year, and they only done it once. And if they missed out on doing it that one time, they had the opportunity, one more opportunity, to do it on the same date of the next month. So if they missed out on that month, then they'll do it on the 14th of the month after. And the Passover happened once. When the Jews were in Egypt, the angel of the Lord passed over the houses that had the blood on the doors. So the people within were spared, and the Egyptian people, and those that didn't have the blood on the door, their firstborn was killed. That was the Passover, and that lasted one night. The original Passover, the angel of the Lord went over one night. He didn't fly around for a week doing it. It was one night, according to the Bible, as far as I can read, as far as I see. And the day after that is the start of the week-long Passover. So, it seems as though that you shouldn't go to church and have your wine and your bread heaps of times a year when the Passover would only happen once, one night. Jesus died once, and the angel killed the people once. So it was a one-off thing, one time. It happened once, and it happened on the Passover, which was a certain date. Not when's the moon going to do this and all of that? No, it was a set date. No matter what calendar you're going by, it's a set date on the calendar that they were using. So it seems as though you shouldn't be doing this drinking of the wine and eating of the bread all these heaps of times a year. You look at John 6, yes, I agree. With everything that it says in John 6, I agree. But for you to say, you got to drink the wine and eat the bread all these heaps of times a year, you're going to add to the Bible. When I fully agree what it says there, yes, you should drink the wine and eat the bread, but only once a year. So, there's not much debate if you read what it says. That just look at Exodus 12:18, Numbers 28:16-17, Acts 12:3-4, Corinthians 5-7, Ezekiel 45-21, 1 Kings 11:4-6, and John 6. If you have a look at those, I don't know how you could get any other interpretation out of it. It says that Jesus is the Passover lamb, and the Passover was one night. Always, one night. So he is the Passover, so we should be celebrating the Passover and not Easter. That's what it appears when you read it. When you don't add anything to the Bible, when you don't take anything away from the Bible, the perfect word, I don't know how you could get anything different out of it. If any of you agree or disagree, can you make a video response? I'm really eager to see what you guys have to say about that. Whether you agree or not, please respond.